And Annalise just finished 2 weeks training on the Dr. Fitness USA's program, Body Design Formula. And she was just awarded the Student of the Year.
Yay, me!
For a perfect, outstanding achievement in the program on all levels.
What I counted on was that I could do this on my own in any gym. I didn't want anymore somebody holding my hand and telling me how many reps, and and you have to report into them every single day, and it's only for an hour. And I needed something where I felt confident. Mm-hmm. I'll tell you, that is the most important thing. Mm-hmm. And that's what your program has done for me. I'm overwhelmed at the amount of confidence and trust that I have in myself, that I can learn how to do the exercise necessary for me to become a better me.
Uh-huh. Well, that's great.
You guys can do it, and you've done it for me.
So here you are in LA, you walk into Gold's Gym for the first time. What's going through your mind?
I had no idea what I was really going into. Everything from day one, walking into the little apartment I was staying at, seeing the ocean. I get in that gym, and the energy felt amazing.
Uh-huh.
It was really, wow, this is really the real deal. Uh-huh. They lift weights here. This is not one of the receptionists said this, no, we're not the spa and the steam room and the swimming pool and all the nicey stuff. We're the gym. We're the gym. And I went, yes, it is. It's the gym. And it was like I said, really just felt charged up to be there, to see the diversity of people, the comfort level. I felt really comfortable. I was glad it was.
So, could you talk a little bit about your experience with going through the motion of working with the formula? Because it is a formula, now you understand what that means, right?
I had no idea. I think we talked about this, you asked me, well, do you realize how much weight you've been lifting now, as opposed to when you were here? And I went, actually, no, I just did whatever you guys told me to do, and I was surprised I could do it. That was really my experience, was I was always surprised that I could do whatever it is you asked me to do. It wasn't that the first day was not quite a challenge. The first time I did the leg press, and then both of those 2 leg press exercises, I was dizzy. I thought I was, I kept going, I'm old enough to have a heart attack. Am I going to have one? I'm old enough. I'm feeling dizzy. I'm breathing funny. They're looking at me like I'm okay, so I must be okay. I mean, though that first day was really a lot like that,
And what about your injuries? Because you have...
I'm very concerned about it. Very concerned about it.
What's your experience with working with Body Design Formula around the injuries? How did that work for you?
It's really important to say the amount of trust that also starts to happen. When you're telling me, no, really, that's going to go away. You lift this weight, you do this with the appropriate posture, and you lift this, these things are going to disappear. I actually didn't believe it when you told me this. I was going, okay. But I was willing at this point in my life to suspend it, see if it happened, and consistently every time it did. I came here sleeping on a bed that's really uncomfortable. Nice place, but the bed's not comfortable. Backache, tossing and turning all night. Within 3 days, no backache, sleeping at night. This was the kind of thing that you were explaining to me. And as I started to see it manifest within the first couple of days, it became easier and easier to understand that, wow, they know what they're talking about. They've experienced this. You understand how muscles work, how, the ergonomics of the machine, how to do the exercise. you know, you see this on the video, and I hear you saying it to me in person now, and I'm actually experiencing it firsthand for myself, and that's profound. Because at my age, and yes, ageism is a factor for me, maybe it will become less of one in time, can I really inform my body how to, and give it a chance to become better and stronger, you know? And it's working.
So 2 weeks.
It's phenomenal.
So are you a different person?
I'm totally different. Yeah, I feel like, I can't believe, even the first 3 days was incredible. Maybe even the first day was incredible. I mean, I think the first day I was on so much endorphin that I probably overdosed, but then it started, actually that started to balance out. I thought it was interesting that the amount of high that I was feeling started to balance out, and this other thing that Stephen talked about as far as and this was something I was looking for when we were talking before I even came here. That very morning I was thinking, I want to do workouts, and I want to be, however I choose to get stronger, I would like to feel calm and not overexcited and then go and hurt myself or feel, you know, like that kind of weekend warrior kind of mentality that I can, you know, I want to be calm after a workout. I want to feel good. And you told me that very thing, that weight training gets you calm, gets you centered. And it does. I feel taut. I feel empowered. I feel confident. I also feel supported. In this 2 weeks, to be honest, this thing about the body does remember, but if you're not taught well, if you don't have the right teacher who's helping you pay attention with how to listen to your body, how to respond to what you're feeling in your body as you're doing an exercise, this is unique. You know, this is really unique. But it is nice to be on the beginning end of, I want to have a strong body, and this is how I build one. You know how that works, and you're able to translate it back to me, and you're able to create that bridge to help people get it from the point that you're trying to teach them from.
The picture, I'm Stephen Hersey, aka Dr. Fitness USA, and my website is Body Design Formula. Why it's called Body Design Formula? Because, like the music to Mozart, you actually need the right music to make a dent in your body or to move you past forward in your journey into a better you. So now it's Sunday morning.
Yep.
And you get up. What's your experience with Annalise herself? After everything's passed, you're now at the end of the journey before you go home, and you have a chance to reflect and stand on your own 2 feet with no interference from anybody else and just process you.
You couldn't have put that better, by the way. I mean, you know, I remember both of you saying, in 2 weeks, you won't believe the difference. And again, I'm not an incredibly doubtful person, but I was, well, maybe I'm, and I went, nah. How good can it be in 2 weeks? I woke up this morning and with no pain, no stiffness, and I was walking around and looking at myself in the mirror, and I thought, I am different. And it really is from the inside out. You know, I didn't worry so much about it. Well, even looking at myself, I went, oh, things are tighter. I feel better. But it wasn't even. It was. I felt better inside, and I was moving with ease. And it was a stark contrast from how I woke up on Monday morning before I came to Gold's Gym, where I was just pretty like, how can this work at all? I don't know if I have what it takes. My heel hurts, my this hurts, and so no, it was a big difference. I think the biggest joy for me over and over again is that I really thought my legs were gone, that I had no strength in my legs. I can cry thinking about that. And I am walking around with power in my legs. I can walk with ease and confidence. And the rest of my body, the legs were my big concern, but I'm standing straighter. I feel stronger. This morning I'm, cleaning up around the apartment, and the biggest happiness was, I'm doing the thing with the sheets, and a few months ago I'd do that and I'd stop and I'd hurt, and I'm going, yeah, whoa, lift that sheet, feel those delts and lats, and yeah, boom. It was a hoot. And I went, oh, this is only going to get better. That's in 2 weeks. So supportive of one another. Can you imagine a whole gym full of people doing Stephen Hersey? I mean, it would be a really energized community of people. This has that kind of empowerment. I had a feeling that, it was going to be an expense more so than just personal training. I sort of had a feeling about that. And so I was sort of preparing myself for, all right, this is what you're in for, but you're worth it. So when you see it now as an education, it's a breeze. This is for my health. The way I look at it was I saved myself an emergency room visit hands down, or just more of things getting worse. That's all I was looking forward to. And I didn't really have any other program. I knew this was what I needed to be doing. And in that sense, this is really reasonably priced compared to what you would, anything else out there, I mean, if you really think about it, for the attention and the education, because it is an education.
Well, thank you for sharing. Wait.
Great student. The best. I had so much confidence. You just really promoted the confidence in me. Because I was blocked. It's like, oh, she knows what's going on. I have no worries. I really did. It's just natural in your whole being, and so I've had just a wonderful experience. Like 2 people, I feel so spoiled. It's almost, it's really like being born again.